Meet Christina Corrigan, 13 years old, found dead on the living room floor of her California home. Her body covered in sores, feces encrusted within the folds of her skin. Her room smelled like urine. Food containers were strewn around her body. And according to the coroner's report, there's evidence that insects had been feeding on her flesh. At the time of her death, which is said to have been from heart failure, she weighed 680 pounds. 1/3 of American children are considered to be overweight. And out of those children, 17% are considered morbidly obese. So not only is the pediatric population as a whole getting fatter, but the fatter children are also getting more obese, with super obesity having increased almost 100% over the past 2 decades. Obese children are at a high risk of becoming obese adults, and the more obese that the child becomes, the greater risk of obesity when they reach adulthood. After some time, the overweight child may experience elevated blood lipids, insulin resistance, high blood pressure, and other problems. The risk of an elevated blood cholesterol level is greatest among children with body weights above the 90th percentile. Almost 7 million American children and teenagers are believed to have high cholesterol levels. Results from the Bogalusa and Muscatine studies indicate that children with the LDL cholesterol levels that are high have a higher risk of becoming adults with elevated LDL cholesterol levels. Overweight kids are on a fast track to cardiovascular disease and diabetes, diseases that we usually associate with middle-aged adults. Pediatricians are alarmed at the rapid rise in incidences of type 2 diabetes in children and adolescents. It's said that there are 10-year-olds that have the arteries of a 45-year-old. And recent reports reveal that up to 40% of children with newly diagnosed diabetes have type 2 diabetes, which is the type that's closely associated with obesity. In addition to physical health problems, the overweight child also experiences emotional and social problems. So what are the reasons for the increased obesity that we see in children today? Well, lifestyles are surely to blame. Many young people today follow a very sedated lifestyle. Leisure time is so often spent watching television and DVDs and playing video games, surfing the web, chatting on the internet, rather than outdoor play and activities. The government wants both children and adults across the nation to add to their lifestyle the habit of walking every day in an effort to curtail the obesity epidemic. We've observed that eating habits of children have substantially changed over the past 2 decades. Children are obtaining a greater portion of their calories from fast foods and snacks that are typically high in fat, salt, and sugar. These foods include things like ice cream, soda, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, pizza, french fries, shakes, chips, and candy bars, rather than fiber-rich foods such as fruits and vegetables. Furthermore, portion sizes have increased quite dramatically, leading children to consume more food. So over the past few decades, the average portion sizes of foods have increased by 50 to 135 calories, while the average beverage serving has increased from only 8 ounces to 20 ounces. As the portion sizes increase, so do the waistlines of our children. Another factor that impinges upon the nutritional quality of a child's diet is the fact that many American families don't eat meals together very often. Research shows that when children eat meals with their parents, they eat a more nutritious diet. The nutritional quality of a child's diet is positively influenced not only by having a pleasant family atmosphere at mealtime, but also by having a good parental role model as far as food preferences are concerned. Children who eat by themselves tend to eat foods that are high in fat, sugar, and salt. But poor nutrition is not the only downside of allowing children to fend for themselves. Regular family meals also provide order, discipline, and emotional security for a child. Psychologists have found that positive child-parent interactions improve a child's development and their cognitive ability. It is really important that changes be made to help stem the national child obesity epidemic. Firstly, children should be encouraged to engage in greater amount of physical activities, including walking, cycling, and other outdoor activities. Body weight could be better managed if a child wore a pedometer and walked about 2,000 steps every day. School lunch programs need to provide more low-fat and low-calorie choices. Proper meal patterns should be established for the entire family, with parents role modeling good eating habits. Children should be encouraged to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables and less fast foods and processed foods that are high in fat, calories, sugar, and salt. Please, we don't need another Christina Corrington. Thank you.